Given that the main Adobe graphics software is so extensive and capable of doing so much, what are the important things to know in each of them? Otherwise, they're all going to be very daunting prospects indeed. In Photoshop, the first really important thing to learn is how to make selections. Images are made up of pixels, and being able to grab the pixels you want to work on while leaving the others untouched is absolutely fundamental. There are lots of different ways to make selections using different tools together with keyboard shortcuts. There are also some very sophisticated ways to make selections of difficult areas, such as frizzy hair against a colored background. Next is knowing how to fix images that have problems, tone problems, color problems, tears, scratches, and so on. That's probably the commonest kind of work graphics professionals are asked to do, so these methods are really important. Almost any image you open can be improved in some way, and these methods enable you to fix just about any kind of damage. Then, putting different images together. Lifting something out of one image and putting it into another depends on a combination of making selections and matching the different qualities of the images. Whereas blending two images together so that one just smooshes into the other depends on understanding layer masks. There are a great many other things you can do with Photoshop, but in my experience, these are the main areas people are asked to work in. In InDesign, there are 4 areas to know. First, how to create, edit, and apply colors. Then, how to create, edit, and apply text styles. Now, there are 2 kinds, paragraph and character styles. Paragraph styles are the more important of the 2, and they can hold all the information necessary to format a heading style. For example, the typeface, the font, the size, the color, everything. Once you've saved this information as a paragraph style, all you need to do is click in the text and then click on the style, and it formats it. And if you edit a style, everything you've applied it to immediately updates, so you don't have to worry. Character styles can be used to overrule paragraph styles to make one word bold or italic or a different color. Next is how to wrap text around objects. Objects such as images, for example, and this is called text wrap. Unbelievable. You can define the wrap very exactly for rectangular or elliptical shapes and custom shapes that can be any shape at all. And last but definitely not least is how to put images where you want them on the page, how to size them, crop them, rotate them, and so on. Things like setting up automatic page numbers, formatting tables are also good to know, but they're secondary to these 4 main areas. In Illustrator, which is a great drawing package that's probably the best thing out there for logos especially, but it's got many other uses as well. I mean, it's not called Illustrator for nothing. Learn how to use the pen tool. It'll drive you nuts, and I tell people it's the tool everyone loves to hate, but it's incredibly, amazingly useful. And if you can use the pen tool, you'll be way ahead of anyone who can't. Don't overdo the learning process, or you'll burn out and you'll never want to look at it again. But if you can give it just 10 minutes a day, pretty soon you'll be a master. You must learn the shortcuts, otherwise it'll stay being frustrating. It's the keyboard shortcuts that make this tool easy. Next is being able to create shapes and lines and align objects. Rectangles, ellipses, and so on. How to align them and combine them in the Pathfinder panel is really useful. You can then draw very complex objects using simple shapes. And everything you draw will need to be colored, so learning how to create and edit strokes and fills, including gradients, is also essential. Layering objects is much more important in Illustrator than it is in InDesign, as you're much more likely to have a lot of objects working together to create a drawing. So understanding how the Layers panel works is also key. If you manage to learn these features of the software, you'll be able to handle just about anything a professional graphics studio is likely to throw at you.